this past, just a couple of days past Thanksgiving, and getting ready for this Christmas season as we try to close out 2023 positively, and wishing everybody well. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How you doing over there?
Good. I see you ready for the big game, big noon game right now on Fox. They chopping it up in antics as usual.
Absolutely, man. I'm glad to do this show with you again on this last Saturday of the month. How was your holiday, man? Was all right?
Oh, it was great. I was tired. I'm probably just going to be finished recovering today, all the work I did, but I was tired. That's the best way for it. I enjoyed it. I really had a good time, but I was tired. Yeah. But it's okay. It was worth it, 100%. Before we get started, we want to make sure we wish good luck to Harper Woods, Southfield A&T, and Belleville. They play this weekend for the state championship down at Ford Field. Harper Woods, I think, plays at 1 o'clock, which is noon my time. So good luck to Coach Oden and the staff and those kids out there. Got a lot of ties with that team in terms of coaches and players. So want to wish them well. They play. I forget who they play. I think it's a Catholic school, but whoever they play, good luck to them. Go out there and get them. Southfield A&T and Belleville. Of course, when you got teams that close to the city, you got a lot of ties to coaches and players on both sides. So good luck to everybody out there today. But we're going to jump right into it. Don't forget to click like, click share, call your friends. And, of course, we got to throw in the book, Gratefulness Journey Every Day, written by who? Mr. Marcus Holmes, the man, the whiz that lives in Oz, controlling the buttons in the background. And so we want to thank him for his idea of even starting the show. And we want to make sure it's holiday time. So go ahead, put that on your Amazon wish list. You have it in a couple of days at your front door. You can give it to your friends. People at work. Give it to your people at work. They always talk about, do you want to give gifts to your friends at work? Give them to your close coworkers. Give them something nice, other than just a little scratch off or a $2 scratch off. Give them something that can enrich their life. I know. I'm clowning. Here it is. It's the game. 11-0 versus 11-0. Today's a cold and overcast day. This is our topic of the week as voted by you, the people who are watching us on our Facebook page. The vote was for the big game, Ohio State versus Michigan State. Versus Michigan. Excuse me. No disrespect intended. Everybody wouldn't want to see that. I want us to talk about that. So let's get to it. What's the first thing we got to talk about?
Do you see concern on my face, son? I'm not worried, man. Hey, man, look. Okay, here we go. Now you about to see the for real. Because no hardball. That's gonna be look. When they lose, that's gonna be the first excuse. Well, we ain't had John on we ain't had Jim on the sideline. Okay. The second excuse gonna be, well, JJ McCartney, he got an injury, but we ain't really disclosed the injury. The third excuse gonna be, well, Sharon Moore, he really wasn't coached up. It's gonna be so many excuses. I ain't gonna even read them all. That's how many excuses it's gonna be.
Okay. Well, let's start there with no hardball. He did accept that 3-game suspension. I was wrong. I thought he was only going to get the one. They was going to take it to court. And all of a sudden, at the last minute, Thursday afternoon, they decided not to go to the court. You look up somebody else is getting escorted out of the building for allegedly destroying evidence. So they say, it was some more evidence that was going to come out that they weren't prepared. Those were allegedly that they weren't prepared to deal with out in court. So they said, Jim said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to accept this. Even though we didn't do anything wrong, we're going to accept this. We didn't do nothing wrong, but we're going to accept this. So that's to me, that's the biggest part right there. Something had to happen. I'm going to tell you, this word is going to start coming. This phrase is going to be becoming more and more prominent. Lack of institutional control. We're going to start hearing that word a lot when it comes to the situation. I'm going to say it now, but when they start talking about it, in terms of Harbaugh not coaching or getting suspended some more. They keep saying nothing. Harbaugh is not connected at all. Harbaugh's not connected. Yeah, it's your program. What people do behind your back counts for you. And I'm not saying he didn't know. I'm not saying he did know. But that word, lack of evidential institutional control, is going to come out. Now, how's it going to play out? We shall see. I'm willing to bet right after bowl season they'll talk about whatever happened. But it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. But we don't want to let that overshadow the game. Now, who do you think is the better team? I know you got you already spoke on a little bit. Who, in all honesty, who is the better team in terms of talent? Who do you think is more better team in terms of talent?
Is this on? Is this work? Did you see what jersey I got on? This guy right here gonna be in New York in 2 weeks. The Heisman is up. The Heisman is next Saturday or the following Saturday. You're looking at the winner right now. He already won it anyway, but today he gonna solidify it. They receivers are better. Their running backs are better. Their defenses, it's probably tied. The only advantage you really got, I don't really know too much about McCord. And if you get rattled, that's about, you got a little bit, but that's it. Hey man, they about to mop them up, man. It's about to be the old beatings that they used to get. What?
I'm of the opinion that Michigan probably has a little bit more talent than them.
Where?
A little bit more talent.
Where?
But I think OSU is more battle tested.
Where?
Because OSU played against Notre Dame. They played against
where? Marvin Harrison is better than any receiver they have.
I agree.
So how are you saying that they can't be compared? Travion Henderson is better than Blake Corum and Edwards.
You talking about number 32?
Yeah, he's better than both of them.
Well, he's fresher than both of them because he was injured early in the season.
No, he's better than both of them. It would take two of them just to make one of him. He's better than both of them. Better than both of them.
All right, so who's the better quarterback, JJ or what's the kid's name?
See, that's the thing. McCord. I don't know nothing about McCord, but quarterbacks don't win games. Defense do. Their defense is better than Michigan's defense. You only got Mike Sander, Sandertall, whatever, and then you got Clint Johnson. That's it. You have nothing else. That front four, they trash. Look what Maryland did to them, man. Look. You will see, man. We'll be going back down I-70 laughing, dude. I'm telling you, they gonna beat them, man. You know why I know they gonna beat them? All week you ain't heard nothing out their mouth, have you? You ain't heard nothing out them Wolverines' mouth, have you?
You heard it from Jim. Jim did all the talking. He telling jokes about seeing his mom in the one.
Okay, what I'm saying, prior years, somebody from that team get up to that podium and say something. Whether it was Aiden Hutchinson, back when he played, whether it was Blake Corum, you ain't heard nothing from nobody over there because they know it's coming. It's coming. And see, this is what the NCAA wants anyway. Ohio State knocks off Michigan. Now you ain't got to worry about the playoffs because they ain't going.
Okay, it's okay. This is okay. We gonna play this. This is what we do. What if Michigan wins today, and then they go down there and beat the crap out of Iowa 65-3? So what's that press conference gonna look like? I mean, after next week when he hand him that trophy, when he hand Jim that trophy.
He's not gonna hand Jim the trophy. My man gonna hand it to him. He not gonna hand Jim the trophy.
You think he's not gonna hand it to him?
No. Look, man, if I'm trying to get rid of you and I'm trying to indict you and trying to get you whatever expelled or whatever, I'm not about to give you no trophy, man. The guy who's gonna be standing next to him gonna give him the trophy. He's not gonna give him the trophy. But they're not gonna give it to Ono. Huh?
He gonna give it to Ono?
Yeah, he gonna give it to my man. Yep. But it ain't gonna matter. He gonna be giving it to Ryan Day anyway, because they not gonna be there. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
All right, okay. All right. Here go another good question. What happens to Coach Day if they lose today?
It depends on the severity of the loss. If they lose 24-21, last second field goal, okay. Because see, this is the thing. You still got one-loss teams out there. So if Ohio State loses, right, and like I say, it's close, 17-10, 17-14, Ohio State people still going to be like, okay, well, we still might got a chance because if Florida State lose to Florida, but it's a whole lot of ifs, right? But you got to put all that in there, right?
So you got Alabama there still too.
Alabama, Texas will go before Alabama because Alabama lost to Texas. So you can't put Alabama there. See what I'm saying? Uncle Nick is out regardless, unless Texas lose in the Big 12 championship. If Texas don't lose in the Big 12 championship, but then here goes another if. Alabama got to play Georgia in the SEC championship. So if Georgia, that's the thing. If Georgia get popped by Alabama, do Georgia still deserve to go?
Like you said, the other loss.
Right, but look how many one-loss teams it'll be.
Yep.
Because if Washington doesn't lose to Washington State, and then they go to the Pac-12 championship, and they have to play Oregon again. And if Oregon beats, man, it's so much. I can't wait to see how the committee do it because it's going to be a whole bunch of one-loss teams.
Okay. All right, we got our work cut out for us, that's for sure. That's one thing I can say.
But I'm going to tell you like this. If Michigan loses, they're not going because NCAA doesn't like Michigan. Well, they don't like Jim. So they're going to do everything they do, everything in their power. Watch, if they lose today, they number 3 in the college playoffs. They're going to drop them to like 8.
5 or 6. 5 or 6.
Yeah, they're going to drop, no, they're going to drop them to about 8. Watch. Just so they ain't got no shot to get back in there.
Okay. All right. Well, there it is, folks. That's our opening segment for today. Don't forget to click like, click share, call your friends. Let them know that Kamau and Felix is back on the internet talking sports and having a good time. We are just finishing our first segment of the day, the game, Ohio State versus Michigan at the University of Michigan, where it's going to be a nice, cold, overcast day. And I hope snow is not forecasted this time, but it's going to be a nice, blustery November day. And so I'm looking forward to it. It's already on the TV to my left here, and I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. And I'm trying to flip back and forth between this and ESPN so I can see who they gonna put the helmet on, who they gonna choose. What's the name gonna put the
Lee Corso?
Lee Corso. I'm gonna see that. I gotta see what he gonna do. So let me click on that one. We still got another 45 minutes before we get to that though. All righty. Next segment, we got the NFL. Of course, we're going to start with our Lions. Lions are 8-3. Lions 8-3 after playing against Green Bay on Thursday. I had a feeling that was going to happen, that they were going to lose, even though I did pick them. And here's why. Green Bay started to play like they should have played from the very beginning of the season. Remember I said that Green Bay was going to actually win the division. And that plug-and-play quarterback is starting to kick in. Plus the fact they were still mad that they said that y'all not going to play. We're not going to play us. Y'all not going to play us. So they're like, oh, y'all in the first place, but we're going to bring y'all down a peg. They didn't actually say it in the media like the Lions did last year. But, it's always a bulletin board material. So they just carried it over. And they came out from the very beginning ready to play. I don't think the Lions were ready, my mindset the way Green Bay was. So we were doing our Friendsgiving. I'm watching it with Aria, and I see that first drive, and they score like Lions come back and they missed that. They missed that field goal, the extra point. I'm like, oh, yeah, there it is. To me, that was the game right there when they missed that. That extra point. People talking about down the line when he went for the 4th down. That was the game. No, the game was over in the first quarter when he missed that extra point.
The game was over when you brought him back this year. That's when the game is over. How many times? Look, man, I'm gonna say this for the 3rd and final time. You will beat the teams you're supposed to lose to, and you will lose to the teams you're supposed to beat. Prove me wrong. Can't everybody I bring that to, nobody prove me wrong.
You at this point, I don't think they're gonna win the division. I think
Minnesota is going to win the division. The team I picked. That's who I picked. Minnesota will win the division.
I said Green Bay. So we're gonna see. In the beginning of the season, I said Green Bay.
You don't have the reason why they're losing is because you don't have a coach. This guy is gambling on the things that has worked in the past, and it's finally catching up to him. You will lose to New Orleans when you go there. You will lose. You're gonna lose one of them Viking games, and you might lose to the Bears because you're going outside in the elements. You will not be. I'm telling you, man, it is so. I don't even see how people don't see it. This guy's a joke, man.
And I'm worried they're gonna get lambasted against the Cowboys.
You say what?
I'm worried they're gonna get lambasted against the Cowboys.
You're not gonna win in Jerry's World. Oh, I forgot about that. So let me see. That's 8-3 3-5. So you'll be 8-8 by that time. Because I'm telling you, the only game where you can't even put Denver off the radar now. Real talk. Right, you can't even put Denver off the radar now.
Yep.
Only thing that plays in your favor is you playing Denver down there in Ford Field. But it's because if you was going out there, that's an L. You ain't catching no ball in the cold. Man, just get rid of my man. That's all I'm saying, man. He horrible. 4th and 2 on your own 23 and you go for it. What was the point of that?
I agree. At that point, I turned the game off. I'm serious. I turned the game off. By the time that came around, I was like, nope, I'm not watching no more. And if they finished 29-22,
and then you got to figure now you got to figure everybody. Now you seeing what golf really is. You don't have a defense, man, that can lock up people. You don't have no defense. Your offense is your bread and butter. You have no defense that can. Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson, he got a few little plays, and the one guy was number 1, Sutton. Man, if y'all don't release him, man, he trash. He's horrible. And my man who keep putting the mouthpiece in his helmet, you trash too, blood. Everybody want to be tough until it's time to be tough. Get out of here, man. Like that. What you trying to do? Make a statement, dog? Go sit down somewhere. That whole team is a joke, man.
They need to bring that penalty back because there's too many people not wearing mouthpieces in the NFL. And when they say I got a concussion, they're gonna go right back to the play. You didn't have your mouthpiece in. That's why you got a concussion. No, we're not gonna pay you. So they need to bring that. They took that penalty away on purpose, so they don't have to pay them guys down the line. I
want you to pay attention to something when you get a chance. If you notice, all last Thursday, every route J-Mo ran, it was either a post or a straight flat. He didn't do no 10 and in, no 10 and out and nothing. I'm like, man, he a bust. He a bust. Go back and look at all the pass plays. He was either running a post route or a straight up fly. Like, dog, you don't know how to do a curl? A stopping go nothing.
In college.
Say what?
That's what he did in college.
That's why you're not in college no more. You should have stayed at Alabama then. This ain't Uncle Nick program. This is for the big boys. You should have stayed in college. Take your time.
I know. I relax. I hope that he gets better. Do I see it happening? Probably not.
Not with this franchise. Because every time we get think about it. Every time we get away, every time we let somebody go, they go somewhere else and be a stud. Just like I told everybody, y'all gonna wish y'all kept Swift. What's Swift doing in Philly?
Swift doing it right.
That's what I said. You should have kept him. Or you should have kept the dude you sent to the Saints. You let sign with the Saints.
I can say Swift, yes. But I don't think Jameson's going to do anything more than what he's doing now. And here's why. If a puppy don't bite one as a puppy, they ain't going to bite one as a dog. And right now, he's still in this puppy stage in the NFL.
What, man? What?
If a puppy don't bite when he a puppy, he's not going to bite when he a dog.
Where you get that from?
He's a grown dog.
Who said that? Confucius.
Kamau.
Where you get that from? Kipling?
All right. Are the 49ers back to form? What you think?
As of right now, yeah, because everybody's back healthy.
Back healthy, yeah.
But you're still going to have to see Philly, or you're still going to have to see your man. Yeah. See, I think this is how it's going to edge up. I really do. I believe Philly somehow going to get upset, and it's going to be the Cowboys and the 49ers to go to the Super Bowl. And I think, the Cowboys going to get ran over again, man. Jerry and them don't got it, man. He don't get it. So until he gets it, he don't understand. You've been out of the Super Bowl for like over 20-something years. You can't buy championships. Ask Steinbrenner.
95? Was it 90? Was it 93?
Last time they went to the Super Bowl was 96.
Yeah. 96. So that's 27 years.
All right. You've been out of the Super Bowl for a minute. Yeah. And you didn't have the talent to get there. Except for at that quarterback position, because we all know it takes for Dion to see it. Tony, leave me alone, man. Tony Romo was just a catchy name.
Tony, I love you, brother, but here's the truth.
Yeah, dog. You threw more to people. Than they threw to me. Yeah, he was just. I mean, Tony it was a good name, Tony Romo.
Yeah. All right. Do we have trouble in KC? Is everything okay in KC? Are they on their official down slide?
I'm gonna say yeah, because you got rid of Scantling. They released Scantling after the drop from Monday night. Okay, here we go.
He dropped that ball like he owed money to somebody.
I mean, look here, man. At the end of the day, when I played, Coach Bellamy used to say, if you touch it, you're supposed to catch it. You had my man beat. All that. Sometimes, man, everybody ain't ready for the big lights, man. Everybody ain't ready for the big stage.
That's right. I agree. What about Phillies? Not Philly, but Pittsburgh. Everything okay in Pittsburgh? They find coordinators in the middle of the season?
No, I'm not a fan of Mike Tomlin. I don't like Mike Tomlin. Never did. Never liked Mike Tomlin. He's trash. I don't like him, dude. I'd be glad when he sit down, too. Don't like him. Not a fan.
Okay. I think that Pittsburgh is going to have a 9-8, 10-7 season, and they might sneak in because they always find a way to win. But I don't know if Pickett's going to be the man for them moving forward. We're going to see. Last question in the NFL department: who will be the next coach to be fired? Dabo, Staley, or Vrabel? Dabo and Giants, Staley and Chargers, or Vrabel in Tennessee?
Dan Campbell, Lions.
They're not going to fire him. They're not going to fire him. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be on the list. I'm saying reality of being fired.
They're not going to fire Staley because Staley made the press conference that, once a coach admits it's all on them, they give you a chance to correct that. So he got, He got 6 games to correct it, right? Mm-hmm. Dabo, yeah, he might be gone because Saquon, you got to keep your stars happy, right? But that's the Giants' fault for putting all your money in Danny Dimes. That's your fault. That's your own fault. You should have put your money in Saquon. And I'm not even a Saquon Barkley fan, but I would have put my money in Saquon before I did Danny Dimes. Because, man, that guy's horrible. And got paid.
I would have to agree. All right, don't forget to click like, click share, and get the book. It's Christmas time. Monday, what's Monday? Small Business Monday, Internet Monday. So go ahead. You got Monday. You go. I don't think it's gonna be on any lower of a price, but that's the day you want to go get it so you can get the order in, so you can have it in plenty of time for these office parties, stocking stuffers. Even start with yourself. You can't take care of other people if you don't take care of yourself. Get your gratefulness journey together. Get the book. Let people know that we out here. Come on, talk to us. We haven't heard from anybody. Nobody's sent us any messages. Where y'all at? Come on, holler at us. We love you. Come on, talk to us. We gonna fly right into college football, and we gonna start, of course, with MSU season being done. Oh my God. I don't have to worry about that no more for a little while. In terms of watching them, it seems like I didn't watch the first part of the game because we went to the movies. I come back and they look like they quit. The team, they just look so defeated on the sideline. They look eyes looking like little 7th graders who got picked last, and every game, everybody on the sideline looking like that. And Allen trying his best to hold his head high. I feel so bad for that guy. I didn't know Allen, but I knew him. We was, on campus ain't that many of us, so everybody speak. So knew him like that. I know Haller, and I know the coach, from being up there, I feel so bad for them guys. Just they look so defeated, and I'm so of course next coach they saying it's supposed to be Smith from Oregon State. They saying after he played his game tonight that they gonna go ahead and sign the contract, bring him in. The assistant coach is gonna take over for the bowl. That whole thing. I don't know about him. I'm not saying that I'm a good coach, but can he come to this part of the country and recruit? That's my biggest issue. He's always been on that side of the country. UCLA, USC, nothing east of Mississippi. They say the Rockies. I'm gonna say Mississippi. He would have to literally find a Midwest recruiting coordinator and pay him a ton of money to get kids to come there, come to state.
Well, the good thing is he got the portal, right? Because okay, look at it this way. Mel didn't really recruit here, right? Mel, look how Kenneth Walker fell in our lap. I don't know what the heck Wake Forest was thinking about. That was a gym that you just let walk right out the door. So I don't.
Same thing at Arizona State. Quarterback for Arizona State. That's where is he at now?
Quarterback for who?
He left Arizona State, but where's he at now? The quarterback. They was beating him up and hazing him and stealing the stuff out of his locker, and then he transferred. What's that kid's name? Where did he go? I'm sorry, but that was my other example. It'll come to me in a second. Transfer out of Arizona State.
That's the same thing with what's the name, right? DJ Ogalama. He left Clemson. He went to Oregon State.
Yep.
So I'm saying it's something to be in the transfer portal. Look at Notre Dame. Notre Dame got Hartnett. He was at Wake Forest.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could be. It's gonna be hard to sell Michigan State as a product because Keon Bell left. What's the name? Peyton left. Kids is gonna want to know why the kids. Now this was before the Tucker thing. Peyton left and Keon come. So kids are gonna be intrigued to know why your program is losing so many people like that. Me personally, I mean, it's kind of slap in the face because you didn't give Harlan the job, but maybe they trying to go in another direction, right? Because basketball is set. That's going once Tom finally sits down, it's gonna be hard to replace Tom. You know what I'm saying? Like when Roy Williams left, even though it's Hubert Davis, man, it ain't no Roy. And before Roy, it was Coach Smith. I mean, Coach Dean Smith and all them. It's going to right. So you're gonna have to get a name that's going like Miami. Miami will never be Miami because it don't have no fizzle, no sizzle. Jimmy Johnson, Butch Davis.
Yep.
Then they went to these clowns, the cat who used to coach Oregon. Now he's their coach. Now you gotta have something to attract. Right. Like Pat Narduzzi would have been a good one. You could have got Pat Narduzzi, lured him from Pitt, and brought him back. I mean, what I'm saying is you gotta test the waters. For you to just go get Oregon State. Nah, me personally, the season is over. We finished 5-7. We did a little bit better than
4-8.
Okay, 4-8. We finished the same thing. Round the number up. It's the same thing. Okay, so we finished 4-8. We wasn't as good as we expected. But look at the adversity we had to go through. We lost our coach mid-scandal, mid-season. 2 of our best players left mid-season. They thought Noah Kim was going to be the quarterback. We shuffled different quarterbacks. I mean, we had a lot on the plate.
You can't even go a 5-yard out.
We had a lot on the plate. That's why for you to go and sign this Oregon State cat, I'm with you. I would have sat and waited. You got a whole 365 days. Because at the end of the day,
they want to get a W for December 4th because that's when the portal opens. They want to go in there and they want to make sure they can secure the best talent come December 4th.
Okay, so get Pat Narduzzi, somebody that already knows the program. Why you go get somebody who don't know the program? Go get somebody that knows the program, Pat Narduzzi. Or you could have waited till Black Monday and wait till NFL coaches get fired because there's going to be a lot of them. Yeah. You could have waited to see. Trust me, Magic Johnson them own the Commanders. Both of them is gone. What's the name? Ron Rivera already fired Jack Del Rio. Ron Rivera about to get fired, and Eric Bieniemy about to get fired. You could have brought Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah.
I don't know if he would have took it, but pick up the phone and see. That's
Pick
all
up
I'm saying.
yeah,
Because
take it
I
in the
guess,
car.
I guess the Urban Meyer talk is dead now, right?
And I'm crying because of it. That's what I'm about to say. Why can't we get Urban Meyer?
Because
Is it the
we
board
can't afford Urban Meyer.
We could he take $100 million?
We can't afford Urban Meyer. You can't. When I say I don't mean monetary value, I mean we can't afford Urban Meyer with all the stuff gonna come with Urban Meyer. So you got to read between the lines. I got you. I want
But you know what comes with Urban Meyer too? Playoffs, championships.
No. Because you're not gonna get them players right there like that. They're not coming like that.
Yes, they are.
Not
they will come.
Okay.
You
I'm about to diffuse your statement. You want to know why?
Why?
What did Uncle Nick do? Nothing. Uncle Nick was here. What did Uncle Nick? We got Cedric Urban.
That was different. That's a whole different ballgame.
Different.
That was a whole different generation of type of play ago.
What are you talking about? It's a whole different generation.
Uncle Nick wasn't Uncle Nick at the time. He hadn't won anything. He had won in Toledo.
Nick, back when Uncle Nick was coaching us, they took Uncle Nick from us to go to the league. They don't do that.
No, he went to LSU.
No, he did not. He went to the Dolphins. Then he came back to LSU
first. He went to LSU.
Did not.
Then
he went to the Dolphins. Then he came back to college. Google it.
No.
You got the computer right there. Google it.
I don't have to. He went to LSU because Bobby Williams took over.
No, he did not. He went to the Dolphins. And then he came back.
Look it up. All right.
Yeah,
look it up while you answer this question. What happened to Dion?
This is why the show be so good, because I be stirring it.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up while you answer this question. What happened to Dion in Colorado?
What happened? What?
Dion in Colorado. They was the belle of the ball.
The Cinderella had to go home. The glass slipper is over. I'm just being honest with you. The glass slipper is over. Yeah, thank you. I accept your apology. I told you he went to the Dolphins.
No, I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
He went to the Dolphins.
Hold
on. One day you'll learn.
Okay, let me see here. I'm trying to see his career path.
Yeah. He left us and went to the Dolphins. Then he came back to LSU, won a national.
Here we go. Here it is.
Yeah.
Navy, MSU defensive coordinator, Houston Oilers, Toledo Rockets, Cleveland Browns, Michigan State head football coach, LSU head football coach, Miami Dolphins head football coach, Alabama Crimson Tide.
So he went to LSU, then the Dolphins?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
You was right. I was wrong.
I was up there at the time, and that's when Bobby Williams took over.
And do you see what happened with Bobby Williams?
Bobby Williams, I love Bobby. I know Bobby personally. I'm a
Bobby Williams personally?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
My own personal opinion was Bobby Williams had a hard time disciplining those guys. He had a lot of talent up there, a lot of talent. He had a hard time.
Okay. Remember this Sunday they had just lost. I think they lost to Northwestern, and then they got the Michigan State show that comes on after Michigan replay. Yeah. And the guy asked Bobby Williams, "Have you lost control of the team?" He said he didn't know. They fired him that Tuesday.
No, he said that Saturday night after the game and in the post-game interview.
Right, and then it went right after that. The old hockey coach fired him that Tuesday.
Fired him right after that. Yeah,
he fired him right after that because he said he didn't know if he had control, if he lost control in that.
And that's the first thing you always want to know as a coach. Just like with Jim Harbaugh, do you have control of your program? If you got people running wrong behind the scenes, lack of institutional control. And that's the same thing that happened to old boy at Baylor. The head coach of Baylor when they had all that talent down there with the kid in the Cotton Bowl playing against Michigan State with the face mask and all the abs, all the girls was falling all over. He walked out, he rolled his shirt up, and walked out there. If that ain't like an institutional control, I don't know what is. Ain't nobody else on the sideline looking like that. So
that's your bowl game is your coming out party, right? Because you're auditioning for the next level, right? You want to get picked in the NFL, right? Okay, hold on. What's the difference with what the Baylor player did to what Ray Lewis was doing when he was at the U? Ray Lewis was doing the same thing.
Why do you think they legislated that out? The NCAA came in and legislated all of that stuff out.
No. Ray Lewis was 9'7". No. Ray Lewis was what? Ray Lewis was like 9'6", 9'7". Because he didn't get to the league till 2021. No, 2001. That's when Ray got to the league. Because they won the Super Bowl with what's the class?
I agree with you. But the NCAA legislated all of that craziness out with that
part
team.
Of the game, though, man.
When he was in college.
Who don't take? Okay, so the only person that I know in history, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that I know in history that only gives the ball to the ref is Barry Sanders. I have never seen nobody else not celebrate but Barry Sanders. So what I'm saying is, to reach the end zone is like a monument thing, right? Whether you get down on one knee and you kneel down as they do with a prayer or whatever, or however. Who don't want to celebrate when they score a touchdown?
I agree. We got to move on. We having a great conversation. We got to move on to NBA. Of course, we're going to start with the Pistons, who are 2-13.
Gets better and better.
They were 1-1. They're 2-8 since our last show. They played they're 2-14. Excuse me. They played 6 games since our last show, and they have lost all of them. 2-14 right now, and they are out of the in-season tournament. I did look up the in-season tournament. Let's see if I can. Where did I put it? NBA. I looked it up, so hopefully there it is. All right, in the Eastern Conference, in Group A, Indiana is moving forward. Cleveland, Philly, Atlanta, Detroit with the East were eliminated. Milwaukee is still there. They haven't got everything out, but the Wizards are out. They are 0-4. You got Milwaukee, Knicks, Miami Heat, Charlotte. And Charlotte, I did not know that the boy that went to Michigan State was back.
Bridges. Miles Bridges.
I did not know he was back with the team. I know he got that trouble the year before, and I saw him the other night on ESPN on I'm like, wait a minute, that looks like Bridges with the little scruffy beard. And so I'm glad to see that he's back. And he was in the world of trouble for a minute. Let's see, the Group C, Orlando, Boston, the Nets, Raptors, and Bulls. Raptors and Bulls are out. They've been eliminated. And the Lakers have won their pool. Suns are second. And Jazz, Trailblazers, and Grizzlies are out. I think that Utah lost on purpose. I don't think they want to. I think they need to rest so that he got to go play that championship. I think that's a good move for them. And Group B, Houston in first place. The Pelicans eliminated are the Nuggets, and mathematically, they're still available are Mavericks and the Clippers, even though they have worse records than the Nuggets. How they still there, I don't know. And the last group in Group C in the West, Sacramento's in first place. Timberwolves, Golden State, eliminated are the Thunder and the Spurs, which is funny because they both got those two big men over there. And we're going to start adding them to the watch. We're going to I got a bug that's been bugging me. A fly has been flying around. And I'm trying to catch him. So thing,
I'm good on Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama. I'm good on both of them.
So we're going to add them to the watch. So remember in our last time we said we're going to do the Zion, Jordan, and Cade watch. Zion is balling the best out of all of them at 22.4 points, 5.9 rebounds, and 4.6 assists. Most importantly, his team has an 8-7 record. Jordan Poole is at 17.1, 2.6, and 3.4. Cade right behind Zion with 21.4, 3.7, and 7.3 assists. But they both have 2-13 and 2-14 records, respectively. The Wizards are at 2-13, Pistons at 2-14. Cade balling out, but he's the only one balling out over there with the Pistons right now. Zion dunking on people left and right. He using his right hand. He started using his right hand, but he's still dunking on people with that left. and their team is doing well right now. They still in the in-season tournament, And I like bully ball. That's what I always did like that kid. I was just disappointed that he was not playing up to his potential and eating himself out the league. He was gladly paid Tuesday for a hamburger today, even though he had plenty of money in his back pocket.
Right.
But he doing it. He playing. He looking like the Zion that I was hoping that he would look like. So it's probably because he got them baby mamas and girlfriends. You got to pay. You got to pay to play.
Yeah.
He want to get that next big contract. Right. So hey, I ain't mad at him. I'm just glad that they're doing well. All right, we got to move on to women's sports, and of course, the biggest story right now is what's going on at LSU. They're 6-1 right now down the Cayman Islands Classic. No Angel Reese, no Kateri Poole, and last night Samaya Smith injured her knee, but they still have that young lady that transferred in. She balling right now. She hungry, and I think that was a part of. I'm glad to see that Coach Mulkey did that. She's like, hey, I got to keep getting better, even though we winning. You can't stop. You got to be like, can't stop, won't stop. But this is a lot of the things that South Carolina dealt with 3 years ago, when they won their first championship. When they won that first championship, that next year they still had a good season, but all you heard was that what was going on outside of the basketball. So I say that to say a lot of teams, whether it's men or women, you're gonna deal with the issues once you get to the mountaintop. It's hard to just stay there because one, you're not hungry no more because you won it. Two, I did this. I did. Hey, what's she talking about? Well, I got to listen to her. I'm making this money.
Right.
So I know Coach Mulkey she gonna do what she got to do because at the end of the day, it's about the program. It's not about the individual. Right now, Angel Reese is the face of the team, but the base of the team is the coach. Okay. And most times in college, when you think of the school, you think of the coach. You think of Duke, you think of Krzyzewski, you think of Michigan State, you think Izzo, you think of Kansas, you think Self. So because those players, it's a transient program, those kids can be one and done. So I feel bad for them, but because you want to see them I want to see them go back against Iowa, who's cruising right now at 5-1, and South Carolina is surging at 6-0, at 5-0 right now, and UConn is at 3-2. With they just lost their best player, Azizi Fudd, and so but the best part about all this is we're talking about it.
No,
we're talking about it. We talking about it because there was a time we weren't talking about anything. No. We were not talking about women's sports. So that's why I wanted to make sure we went in and said, hey, women's sports, we gotta talk about them. And they also bringing it with their play. That new guard, the freshman guard at South Carolina, she down there dazzling them, going coast to coast, round the back, making them look bad. See the other thing she came through with the no-look pass to the girl. The girl, she didn't know it was coming. It was in her chest. Right. And Dog Staley just turned around like, woo! Like I used to do it like that. So we talking about it. So that's the great thing. I'm still mad at ESPN because the women's aren't on the main scroll. The women's basketball. So if you go to ESPN right now and you go across their main crawl, you're gonna see. I'm gonna pull it right here. NFL, NCAA football, NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball, and soccer. It's not even Major League Baseball season, and they don't have women's basketball up there. That makes no sense. ESPN, you got to do better. You got to do better. Then you go at soccer. So and I can see them putting NCAA men's basketball up there and women. You got enough room across the top for that. You don't have to put it. To me, that just makes no sense. Just like when I was talking about the WNBA. I don't know what happened with the fees, so hopefully we get Felix back because we about to take our good old pause for the cause as we get ready for Stupid Sports News. All right. I guess Marcus is still working on in the background trying to get Felix back in. I'm going to take a quick swig, really dry. Excuse me for that. All righty. I think that's Marcus working on Felix. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into Stupid Sports News. First at the top of Stupid Sports News, Miss Charissa Thompson, Fox Sports anchor. She's a host of one of the shows over there, talking about her days as a sideline reporter and how sometimes the coaches wouldn't talk to her at halftime or when they were trying to interview her, and they would throw it to her and say, "Hey, what's going on this sideline?" And she said oftentimes she would make up, just straight make up what they were saying, and give a report that make it sound good, make it look good, because the coaches wouldn't talk to her. And to me, so we're gonna do like we've been saying: is it a whole lot of something or a whole lot of nothing? I'm gonna say both. It's a whole lot of nothing, and that it's probably going on a lot more. If she's doing it, I guarantee a whole lot more people are doing it, because those coaches don't like to talk. They don't like to talk at all, because oftentimes you catch them in a bad time, they losing, or even if they winning and they're on the high note and they get over there and say something they ain't got no business, give a clue as to what they're trying to do in the second half, or say something like they ain't got no business in terms of high emotions, start cursing or something like that, and they just don't want to deal with it at the time. Sports are high emotions, whether you win or lose, so I can understand them not want to do that. That's when I say what the whole lot of nothing is. But the whole lot of something is, this is going to put sideline reporters back a lot of years. Not only just men, but women too. The coaches already don't want them over there. The league wants them there. The sports networks want them there. But in terms of, if she openly is going to say, "I've been making them up," you don't do that. You just be quiet. You get your check. Nobody said nothing about it. The coaches knew. If the coaches want to dime you out and get you fired, they would have. But they know that they didn't want to talk. So, hey, you did your job. I did mine. My job was to worry about my team. And you got your job taken care of. We good. Don't say nothing. Be quiet. Hush up. Hush your mouth. Don't talk about it. You'll be okay. You still got jobs. You'll get more jobs. Fox hasn't fired her. They're not going to fire her. But to me, be quiet. You don't have to say nothing about that. They don't need to know that. All right, next you know, we got Shea Gillius Alexander, a Canadian gentleman. And he buys a home off the lake in Toronto, off Lake Ontario. But not just any home. He buys the former home of a crypto scrammer. And his first weekend there, he and his girl, somebody pull up to the house like, "Let me in. Let me in. I need to see so-and-so and so-and-so. He owe me some money." And they're like, "He don't live here no more." "Well, I ain't leaving until you get him to the door." So they abandoned the house. And they're suing the realtors because they knew that this was a problem, because this has been happening a lot. This guy lost a lot of people a lot of money in a crypto scam. And but I always thought that crypto was a scam to begin with anyway, but that's another story. And why I say that, because crypto is not regulated, and as long as you can sell it and give it its own thing, and it's not regulated by the stock exchange, people won't lose their money. Just like that football player, he opted to get paid in crypto, and his contract went from a whole lot of millions to $9,000. So mess with that crypto if you want to. Lost money but to the crypto scammer. All right, next we have Sharon Williams after the Maryland game. I know this has been talked about a while back. We got it. Crying and dropping F-bombs in an interview, live interview now, on Fox. What do you think about that? Shoot, I can't say that. I'm sorry, Felix. Felix not here. What do I think? I thought it was funny. I thought, is it a whole lot of something, a whole lot of nothing? A whole lot of something is more than a whole lot of nothing. It was funny because he up there crying. I'm not against him crying. Show your emotion. Nothing wrong with a man showing his emotion. But keep it to, if you're going to show emotion, understand what you're saying. Understand that you're on live TV. They try to ban Janet Jackson for her indiscretion of showing of dropping a few things on TV and during the football game, during the Super Bowl. So you got to be careful what you're saying. I understand you, high emotion. They didn't believe in us. The whole world is against us. They're against Jimmy Harbaugh, even though we know he didn't cheat. He didn't cheat, allegedly. So I'm always saying a whole lot of something in that fact that he could get himself fined, and but somebody will pay it for him. One of those Uncle T probably, allegedly, Uncle T will pay for it, allegedly. All right, moving forward. Scott Mitchell, former quarterback for the Detroit Lions, feel blame for Barry Sanders not being more successful. They just had the documentary release, Run Barry Run. I think it's on Amazon Prime or one of them streaming services where you can see about Barry Sanders finally spoke about why he retired at such a young age, having so many all-pro seasons and running, having thousands of yards, and how he could have easily played about 5-6 more years and put the record so far to reach. And for whatever reason, he felt as if Scott Mitchell felt as if they were blaming him for him retiring. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case at all. In my opinion, I don't think that's the case. I think that he could have played a whole lot better. He could have made a better decision to be his coach for Halloween that year and put a pillow on his belly and go on TV drunk, and then for Wayne Foster, took him out the game the next game. To me, that was the biggest. That was the dumbest he did. That was the dumbest thing he ever did. Every quarterback is not the greatest quarterback, and that's just how it goes. But he was the best quarterback for us at the time, except for that one kid who beat Dallas. But he was a backup quarterback, and he showed that when he went to Chicago the following year. He was a backup, and backups are good for 3 or 4 games tops a season, and that's your role. Your role is to back up the starter. Mitchell was the starter, and I will say that Mitchell was the better player. So there's nothing to be upset about that in terms of him being a starting quarterback. And that's why I see it. I'm not upset about him being on the team. I'm upset that he could have played better. Yes, but was he to blame? No, not at all. Not at all. Not the least bit. So, not mad at him. I'm not saying he's to blame. That's the last thing I would ever say. He's to blame for. Not at all. All righty. We're going to move forward to the next topic. Is probably the biggest stupid sports news. Bernard Williams, former Philadelphia Eagle. He was kicked off the team in 1995 for drug use. Back then, he had a couple marijuana urinalysis that came back dirty, and they suspended him, but they never released him. So he's been on the roster since 1995. So my question is, where's his money? He's been on the roster. Where's the Super Bowl ring? Where's his profit sharing from all those years? Where's his money? So Philadelphia, you got some questions to answer. That's the way I see it. You got some serious questions to answer. Who's the person who? Why does it took all this long time? Not just that's 28 years. Is that right? 28 years. Yeah, 28 years. 28 years. You didn't know that this man was on your roster. So you had all these general managers come through since then. You've had 2 owners, I think. 2 owners since then. The owner didn't know. Of course, he didn't know. Hey, they just told him to go home. Hey, brother, you like the gun jive, so you got to go home. You got to go. I get that part of it. It's not like today's NFL where you can smoke marijuana and be okay. The NBA, you can smoke marijuana and be okay. Back in those days, they weren't having it. So why is he still on the roster? And will he get paid? If I'm him, I'm suing. We going to court. Hey, y'all owe me money plus the tax, not the tax. What's the stuff you go to bank and you put your money in bank and you get your interest. Interest, that's right. You owe that man some interest. You owe that man a lot of interest. So he probably sitting on $50 million right now and a Super Bowl ring. Pay that man. Pay that man. All right, that is our Stupid Sports News. We coming down the stretch. Our next show is December 9th. December 9th is our next show. And, of course, we want to make sure we highlight our Red Wings right now. They are doing well at 10-6 and 3. They have 23 points. They are in the Atlantic Division 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th place in the Atlantic. And that will put them just out of the playoffs, I think, right now. But they're doing very, very well as opposed to last year where they were in last place. So the Red Wings are doing well. We will continue to cheer for them. I listened to them and watched some of the games. They got a good young core. They got a good young core, and as long as they continue to play together, I think they're going to be just fine. Eisenman is putting things together slowly but surely. They're taking the next step into the foray to get better as a team, and I'm with them 100%. With them 100%. All right, and so right now we have predictions. I wish that my partner was here with me to give his. I'm about to text him. And say, hey, what's your prediction, man? I'm gonna text him real quick so we get his prediction in. Let's see here. Uh-oh. All right, let's see here. Okay. I didn't get the message, Marcus, but I'm gonna try and do what you asked me to do. Let's see if I can work it out real quick. I gotta jump in real quick on the other side. Okay, give me just a second. All right, let's see. I'm here. So give me just a second. I gotta do something really quickly, but we're gonna let Felix back in. We're gonna figure it out. I don't know how we're gonna get this done, but we're gonna get it done. We'll go up here. Hey, this is the fun part about live TV. Live TV and live internet stuff. So if this was on tape, we would be able to pause it and edit it, but not this time. We going. All right, let's see here. Hopefully I can do this thing right. We don't get any feedback. All right, Felix.
Boy, oh boy. I don't even know what happened, man.
I got it right. All right.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy.
Let's see. Let me go back to this one. Let me see if I got you back on the screen. All right, perfect.
Yeah.
This thing on. So let me mute that. All right, we good now.
All right. Can't hear you. Boy, oh boy. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
Right. I was worried it was going to get some feedback. All right, we good. All right. So the question was, we know we know who you're going for.
Absolutely.
What's the score?
27-10. Buckeyes.
All right. So
right.
I gotta feel like OSU gonna win the game. That's my thoughts. But the reality is they playing in Michigan.
So
And Michigan tends to get Michigan home calls. And so I'm gonna go with Michigan, knockdown, drag out, 19-13.
here you go with them crazy scores, man. 19-13.
Well, yeah, because that's not normally how it always happens.
Okay.
Michigan always has some kind of weird score on games like this.
2017.
Right, we got the Egg Bowl, Auburn and Alabama.
You mean the Iron Bowl?
Iron Bowl, you're right. I'm sorry. Iron Bowl. The Egg Bowl is who?
Egg Bowl is Mississippi and Mississippi State.
Okay, my bad. Iron Bowl. Who you got?
Alabama, Uncle Nick. 24-14.
Okay. All right. I have tied 37-13.
Wow.
37-13. I think Alabama's playing really good right now. They're playing really, really well right now. And yeah, it's gonna be a little tough for them to overcome tonight. Auburn is not where they should be.
No.
And, they're not where they should be. They paid Peyton Thorne, and the other quarterback's actually better. But they didn't pay the other kid as much money they paid Peyton Thorne. So you got to play him. You got to pay the guy you paid. And, so Peyton Thorne, it was probably best that he did leave state. He wouldn't have had he probably would have had the same kind of season as the kid that's there now. So he got a few more wins, better stats, but he's still the same player. We talked about him before. When we see him on Sundays in the NFL, holding the clipboard as an assistant coach down the line in about 15 years.
I don't know, man. Danny Dimes got in. Who knows? You don't know. Danny Dimes. Anything possible.
How did Danny Dimes get there? Danny Dimes got there because he was handpicked by the Peyton Manning and Eli Manning. That's why he got there. They handpicked his successor to go to New York. That's what happened to him.
I mean, that can happen to my man, right?
I knew from the very beginning he was not going to be the player they thought he would be. But when you can pick your successor, why not? You know, once that Manning man got behind it, Archie Sr., Peyton, Eli, can't be mad at it. Makes sense to me. All right, our next show is December the 9th. And don't forget the Love and Stuff Diaspora shows, the flagship show, Love and Stuff, Tuesday nights at 8:30 Eastern. Dr. V, Valencia Edner, she has her show that she has at noon Central Time and 1 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday. Love and Scriptures with Brother Williams, Wednesday nights, 6 o'clock Eastern. Tune in and support them. And we're about to go watch one great game. It's about to be crazy. And my big brother already didn't call me, so I got to call him right back. And I'm about to be glued to this couch, and we gonna get to it. Thank you, sir, for another great show. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We do appreciate it, and we will see you guys in 14 days.
Right, 2 weeks.
All right. Be safe, everybody. And I'm going to do my best to get this music right to get us out of here. Have a great day, everybody.